All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the 2021 St. Patty's Day Meltdown. We're going to be seeing the Angry Leprechaun layout at Edora Park. I'm joined with the TD, John Boothe. I'm Dale Ryden. Thanks for joining us all. Welcome, John.
Yeah, thanks, Dale. To see some good action here today. This is a tough course. As you'll see by the end scores, I mean, I think that the best score at this is maybe under par. There's very few under par rounds, but it'll be good showcase.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't lead to a way under par score on this layout. This has got some difficult stuff. We got Andrew, he's going to be a Fort Collins local, and then Cory McGrath, he's from Glenwood Springs. And then Jacob Roley here, I believe he's another Fort Collins local.
He is, yeah. He's a good guy. He runs some of our leagues down there for NOCO, and yeah, he's a pretty good player.
Here we got Tyler Trefethen. He'll be rounding out our card, another Fort Collins local.
Yep, he's an up-and-comer. He's a really good player as well.
So kind of nice to see a sampling of the local talent on this card.
Yeah, hole one, we got a sponsor. I'm going to shout out to Fort Collins Barbershop, Kevin Alcala. He's been playing, and he's a good guy. He's a good club member we've had for a long time, and yeah, glad for his support on this.
And we're faced with one of the toughest holes on this course to start us off. This is a really difficult par 5. Looks like Andrew's just trying to get up the gap, maybe try and skip out between those trees. Oh, no skip.
No skip, and that's really the play. I mean, you want to get past, you want to get in between those last two pine trees on a little forehand. I mean, the hole's over 800, but your first shot's just placement at this point.
Yeah, I could see some people even maybe throwing a mid-range just to get in the right spot.
Yeah, it is.
Give them a chance at a birdie, if not, maybe not the eagle chance, but at least a birdie chance.
Yeah,
which is tough to get on this hole.
There is. There's an up and over shot, but only the biggest arms are going to get there. And the wind looks like it's not allowing that one today.
Yeah, and there's a lot of risk involved with that up and over shot. It's a pretty tight gap off the tee. I mean, you really have to hit that line perfect to get where you need to be. And then there's no easy line from there to the basket still.
No, you got to get all the way around to the corner of the tennis courts.
Yeah, both of them, most of the shot would be over out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like Tyler's lining up the forehand.
I don't think Jacob wanted to be quite as far left as he finished.
No, he's kind of in the shorter pin position, and it's kind of blocked.
That's kind of more what you want to do. Get yourself out there to that open area.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
Here, it looks like he's going to have to go over the corner of the tennis courts there. That's, again, bringing some risk in. And
yeah, he's aiming right at the pond, bringing it back around. That's a really good shot.
Yeah, puts him a little blocked by that tree, but that's a good shot from where he was at.
Tyler's lining up a little hyzer. It's not a little hyzer, but it's a, it's a hyzer nonetheless.
Yeah.
Looks like it's a little inside. We'll see where this finishes. Not the best spot.
No, he did stop before the road, but I think he is in one of those trees you're talking about. Andrew looking to go over the top of the tennis court fence here.
Let's turn over.
He's fighting back out. Looks like he might have got caught up around those trees over there too.
Kind of a ghost tree you can't see behind that other one there.
And then Cory just taking a thumber or a tomahawk over the top.
That's good placement there. You should have a line.
As good as you can have on this hole anyway.
Out over the OB, skipping back in.
Oh,
wow.
That was lucky.
Oh my god.
Well, he's going to go through the branch.
Okay.
Oh.
Did not punch through, but
He must not have had the confidence the confident feeling you need to go out over that pond.
No, that's risky.
And being a lefty, it's kind of different too.
Andrew pitches out, but catches another branch. Let's see what Tyler can do here. And
yeah, that should work okay. That's a scary putt, though.
Yeah, he'll have a look at it at least.
Jacob looking to come out from under that tree there. It's kind of an intimidating shot there as well. That was nicely done.
Yeah, that was a good touch there.
Turn that over just a little too much and it's gone.
Yeah, you can see right there the hesitation on that throw. Let's see what Cory does.
Yeah, even Cory comes up quite a bit short just to stay away from that water.
So he's got a little wind to kind of help with this putt. Oh, that's close.
Oh, he's lucky that didn't roll out of bounds.
Got the green flag. Let's see if Andrew can save one here. Nope. Even that.
Good try.
That's a scary putt.
Yeah, even missing and hitting metal, and he almost still slid into the water.
I mean, there's some vegetation there keeping it from rolling in, but you're only 4 or 5 feet from the water's edge right there from the basket. So it makes sense. That's a scary shot.
Yeah.
Especially on the first hole. You don't want to give too many strokes up right away.
Well, and this one didn't give many up. It shows here it averaged 1.3 strokes above par.
Yeah, and it is the hardest hole on the course, and it's a brutal starting hole. But you know, hey, you get going, you get a good, you can get a par on this one. You can get, score well. It'll start your round off. But,
yeah, it can really hurt your round right off the bat too, though.
All right.
So only one bogey on that hole. That actually is pretty good for the group there. That's pretty impressive. That hole usually gives a lot more than that.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff Hungerford. Appreciate his support on this. He's been playing this tournament for a long time. So
he's been playing period for a long time with the PDGA number that low.
PDGA, yes. This hole is, there's a little controversy on the par. We call it a par 4. It's 820. It's actually a little shorter, I think, than the first hole. It's a little easier. Not as many obstacles.
Well, and with the uphill, it probably plays about the same length. But like you said, there's a lot fewer obstacles.
Yeah, and you'll see Jacob here not wanting to go for it. The real risk
and
reward.
And he's got the power to go for it, but it
does.
Just didn't seem worth it to him, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see what Tyler does here. But the risk reward is to get over that road so you can actually get down there for a look and see. But it's a pretty good move on this one.
Yeah, a lot of ante on that.
See, he's going for
back.
it.
Oh, yep.
Yes,
he's
he
over.
got over. Okay, so that's probably a 450 carry just to get over that street. So that's a pretty good throw.
Yeah. Well, and you hit the street, there's a good chance you'll skip in as long as you don't hit the curb.
Yes. And Andrew, he opts for a layup as well. So that's...
Yeah, I think that was the most common play, was to just lay up short of the road. It does kind of take birdie out of play, though.
It does.
It takes a big shot, which that's a big shot, and he's still 70, 80 short.
Yeah, and we brought an OB line in on the left side there, so it's something to think about as you're approaching.
Right. It was pretty far left, though, so it shouldn't be too much of a factor with these guys. I bet a few people found it, but not too many.
It's a pretty solid forehand there attempt from Andrew.
Yeah.
And Cory as well.
Yep, these guys all have a pretty solid sidearm game, it looks like.
They do. I'm seeing more and more of that now. I think everybody's seems to be working on that more.
You need to have all the shots if you really want to compete anymore. I mean, it takes all the shots. You don't want to be sitting there going, oh, this is for this, but I just don't have it. You don't want that.
Yeah, it looks like Tyler didn't quite get enough air under that one.
No, a little bit low on that release.
And
take a hyzer around.
It's not bad. It's a pretty good upshot.
And yeah, these guys still are, I mean, that's pretty far away. That was a little short, but...
See if Andrew can drop one in. A good bid. Just a little short. And Jacob for birdie. Dang.
Yeah. That's a tough birdie to get.
See Cory tapping in his par. It seemed to be a pretty common score on this hole.
It still was only .8 strokes over par for the average for this hole, so
Yeah, I think
definitely easier than the first hole.
I think as a par 4, I think it stood on its own pretty well.
Yeah, and par's just kind of a reference point anyway. It doesn't really change how your score relates to the rest of the field's score. So
That's true. Yep, you gotta throw the shots that count.
So this one has another kind of difficult OB up by the green.
It does have it's an island green. It's got it's kind of a tricky shot.
Yeah,
there's a little risk reward if you want to try to go over the road, but I don't think any of these guys are going to try that.
Yeah, I could see somebody trying to shoot one down the road, maybe skip onto that green, but it's a pretty small green to be aiming for from 500 feet.
It is, and the out of bounds is pretty penalizing on this. So
yeah,
let's see what Jacob does here. He goes right up the middle.
It's a good play. Just want to get yourself with a nice easy approach to that small green. Andrew's got a really nice sidearm.
Yeah, he does. Smooth. Not a lot of wobble when that comes out. It's a clean release.
That put him in a really good spot for this next approach shot, too. Ooh, that looks like it could be in a little trouble.
Hang on.
Oh,
good
okay.
tree. Good tree.
Yeah.
It looked like it was drifting a little too far. The sidewalk is the OB line on this, so.
Okay.
Pretty good approach. Get up
Oh,
there.
and just snuck across the sidewalk on that.
Okay, that's nestled into that island there, so that's a great upshot. See if Cory can get there. Oh. No. Okay, he'll be going to the drop zone.
Yeah, and Andrew just in a perfect position to attack this green.
That's a great look. And he just
just thumps the bottom of the basket. Jacob looking really good too.
The lefty forehand right there.
Yep.
Squirrel.
So what was we see Cory going where he crossed from instead of the drop zone.
I think he
there.
should have probably gone to the drop zone because he was already established in bounds on his first shot, but
okay,
there might have been confusion on that OB line there.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had to throw one from where it crossed, and if you still didn't make it, something weird like that.
Yeah, there was a little confusion on the description of that one. I think next year, to clarify, we're going to have 2 drop zones. So if you go out of bounds on your first shot, you'll go to the first drop zone, and the second attempt, you'll go to the next one.
I got you.
Oh no! This elevated basket is just high enough, man.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So Cory to save a 5 on this one. After that OB stroke, that was a nice putt.
That was a good putt.
Like you said, those elevated baskets, even just a little bit, can kind of get in your head. You're not used to that height.
No, and you can see the sleeve is normal ground sleeve on those baskets, and so it'll add another foot and a half.
Yeah.
Height to those. So just another challenge out there that these guys should be able to handle, but it kind of gets in your head every now and then.
Yep.
All right.
I could see that.
Hole 4, Zach Meeker, thank you for sponsoring this hole. We had a Mando. This Mando's in place more for safety on the path.
Keep them from throwing over the path.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I will say a little background. This hole had to be a little redesigned from March because of the tall grass. We had the basket down by the creek side, and we had to adjust it. So you'll see these guys. That looks like a great shot. That is the shot right there. Yeah, that's
Looks
the shot.
like he would have parked the other spot if it could have been down by the
He
creek.
really would have. But we had to move it so it's in the middle of 3 pine trees down there. It actually plays pretty well. It's just a little shorter, but it is a flex forehand that needs to come out.
Oh, it did come out, but there was a line, not just the creek. If it was the creek, he would have been safe.
Yeah, we had to bring that OB line in as well because of the tall grass. It was so thick that we didn't want lost discs. So
The lefty just spike hyzer in it.
Huge spike hyzer. Sure where that one's going, but
yeah, I wasn't either. Cory, he's got a nice sidearm. He shouldn't have too much trouble with this hole.
No.
That should put him in a pretty decent spot.
Should have a look. Alright. Tyler throwing his third. Making the Mando. And getting around. He'll have a putt.
Yeah, it looks like he might have got caught by that tree a little bit, but he should have a look. Cory just tossing a little hyzer up. Easy par now. Jacob got himself a look right off the tee.
He got far enough right. That's a good shot. Oh, good bid. Just a little low.
Yeah, just a little short. Andrew's not in a horrible spot.
Yeah, he got farther than I thought. I didn't know you'd have a look past those trees, but he does.
Yeah. So Tyler did get caught up in the tree a little bit.
But able to
Makes
convert.
good for the bogey.
That's a good putt. One of those tester range straddle putts.
Yeah. Everybody else will just kind of clean up their pars, it looks like.
And Cory just dropping one in.
Yeah, there probably wasn't a whole lot of twos on that one. Looks like it averaged 0.3 strokes over par.
Yeah, that OB that we brought in, that was a much tighter line, and yeah, it definitely showed.
This is another fairly difficult hole.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard one we've had in the past, and I can't remember the number, old 3 maybe. An Edora layout from, the early 90s.
Right.
That we get to bring back once a year, and yeah, it's such a good hole. The trees have grown in over the years, so the lines are a little tighter, but they're still there. That looked a little low from Andrew. But
yeah, he didn't like it either.
Did catch the OB.
Yeah, you kind of have two options. You can go out on the left side with a left to right shot, or you can go straight up the gap here. I like the straight up the gap because then you finish a little more to the right and you can have a nice hyzer approach.
Jacob goes
right
big
around
over
there.
the top. Yeah, that's a good line for a lefty. Or you
Yeah,
got a huge forehand.
Yeah.
And Cory going up the middle like you were talking about.
See, he won't finish quite as far right as Jacob did. Just will actually open him up a little more on that second shot, I feel like.
Tyler taking no time, throwing the low line.
And just
Gets
cooking.
down there. Andrew opts to re-tee. Okay, throwing his third. And that's in play.
That'll work.
Gonna have to navigate a few trees there, but it's going.
Yeah, being this far left, it really makes this hyzer line kind of difficult.
Come down, okay. He'll have a probably 50-footer from there.
Yeah.
So Jacob has forehand up over the top.
Looks like it'll get him a look.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
Yeah. Cory kind of doing the same thing, just up over the top, let it spike in.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, he's probably circle's edge there, maybe.
Right.
And Tyler pushed way down there, so he'll have a little bit easier hyzer. Let's see.
Actually kind of puts it in a tighter spot, though. It makes it, being this long, it brings more of those trees into play.
Yeah, couldn't see that one finish, but he didn't look super happy with it, so we'll see where he's at. Andrew gives it a bid. Another elevated basket. Yeah, Tyler wasn't too bad. He's outside the circle a little bit, but... And he...
right off the top.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Cory probably is maybe just a little outside the circle.
And just, it's hard to commit to those elevated
It
baskets.
is. Especially kind of pointing downhill. It's not real steep, but it can really make it glide further than you want.
It is. See, Jacob just doesn't give it the height.
Just low the whole way, unfortunately. On a regular height basket, probably would have been perfect.
Yeah, it's weird how that muscle memory works. You know,
Yeah.
you're used to certain heights, and the nerves take over, and that's where it comes out. And you're tapping in for double bogey.
Yeah, going OB off of this tee is really bad news. The rest of them will clean up some pars. No serious harm done there.
Oh yeah, par's not bad on this hole.
On most of the holes out here, there's very few of them you feel bad not birdieing. You're always hoping for the birdie, but you're never like, oh, that's one you should get.
Yeah, there's only a handful of those holes out here, as you'll see. All right, we got hole 6. This is another fun one we've had. This is such a great hole because it's not a full through. Well, it can be for some people. It's not a full on rip on the first shot. It's another placement, and then you got to carry over the creek, and that line is really growing in on that second shot. So
and it really is a placement. If you find yourself too far left, you got nothing. You need to get around and to the right. Those two big trees down there, you got to get past those, but get to the right after you get around them, or you have nothing.
See, Jacob caught the. He got one tree coming in. That looked really good. It just got caught up.
Yeah.
Forehand's a good play. That's what I like to do. Just trying to sneak in just past those 2 pines there. Let's see what Cory has. Flatten it out a little. Hopefully that comes back. Oh, that's not bad. He'll have a...
It's not bad, but it is still a little bit more left than you want. He's going to have a shot, but it's going to be a blind shot.
Yeah.
Any more left than that, and you might have to just pitch to the side.
That's a good point. Or go up and over, but that's such a risky play.
Yeah, that's a scary one. 'Cause then you have another island green.
That's a good placement there.
Yeah, that should work out pretty well.
Not the farthest, but he'll have a look.
Well, and with the OB going the whole way down the left side, it really makes it tough to kind of commit to the power you need on this throw.
Andrew's looking about the same spot. That was another good shot, too.
Yeah.
All right, we're going Annie forehand. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see what he can do here. Turned it over, looking good. Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe island. That's
a great shot.
That's not a very big island either, so that's a great shot. Plus it slopes
and
too.
Jacob did have to just kind of lay up. He was pinched off. Cory got past that tree, so he's actually not in too bad a spot.
Yeah, he's going for the spike. Get there. Okay, great shot.
Very nice.
Let's see what Andrew has here. He's a little wider, so. What? No, that did not go in. Whoa.
He's like, I'll just put it in. I don't need to worry about putting.
Putting's way easier when you don't have
nice.
to make it. Dang, that's a great shot.
That'll help erase that last hole.
Go. And Jacob did it. No, that's the risk on this hole. You've got to carry, and it just doesn't look as far as it actually is sometimes.
Right. Well, and with that OB long, you don't want to overjuice it because you can end up on that sidewalk and find yourself out of bounds there.
Yeah, have an obstructed putt. I mean, he just went a little long, but now he's got a low ceiling. And just can't get high enough. That's a tough putt.
Yeah. Elevated basket
That's
from a
good
knee under a branch. That's
Good
a tough
birdie from
putt.
Tyler there. And the tap in, dreaded 7.
Yeah, he'll stop the bleeding though. Cory with the nice tap in birdie. That was a great approach shot.
Andrew with an eagle. Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know what that
get him
looked
back
like,
to even just like that. Bam.
Yeah, that hole was averaging 4.3. So for someone to take an eagle on that, I think that might have been the only one for the weekend.
Yeah, that I don't see that getting two'd very often. It would take that throw in.
Yeah. So speaking of holes that were kind of a must get, this is probably one of those. It's not the easiest forehand approach, but it's a shorter hole uphill.
Yeah, and you have options. There is a hyzer line, there is a sidearm line, and it is definitely a more gettable hole. It's one that you expect to see these guys all over it. But there's so many branches on that high sidearm shot that you got to be careful.
Yeah, and we widen the tee on this a little bit because the tree somehow, the low branches kind of sagged down a little bit more this year. So we went a little wider, but we still have a mando to the right that you got to avoid from going over the road. So angle's a little more open, but it's not that easy of a shot. That looks like it, but that needs to get around those trees. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. You really do have to go wider than you think you would.
You do.
Just to make sure you're around those trees. And then it being so uphill, it's kind of deceptive. It looks short, but you got to put some stink on it.
Yeah, for a hole playing 250, you got to throw about a 320 shot, 340,
right,
somewhere in there. And Jacob does catch some trees as well. Let's see if anybody can drop a putt here. Andrew lining one up.
Oh, and right on line again. He is all over the basket today.
Yeah, the elevation just gets in your head. It's not that much, but it's enough. And Jacob.
Jacob just, they're trying to compensate for it and going just a little too high.
Yeah, after missing low on those elevated baskets, it's
that was a great putt from Cory.
Yeah, that's a good two. Let's see if Tyler can tap his in.
Oh. You kind of tell the nerves were up on that one a little bit.
Yeah, he took a little extra time on that one.
Yeah.
Trying to get settled. I'm sure he'll settle down after that. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Right.
You kind of miss a putt. You're kind of on line. It was a little right, but you kind of can adjust from there.
So Cory taking the box with that nice birdie putt he had there. Be going into hole 8, which is another one that's gettable, but I wouldn't call it a must get.
No,
this high or low ceiling and kind of downhill shot. It's kind of a tricky shot.
It is. The tree branches again. We had some snow late in the wintertime, so a lot of the trees kind of were coming out, and then now they're sagging down because of that extra snow. And this line has changed. You'll see a few high ceiling shots here, but the line has changed. The shots, I would say a fairway driver kind of low, just so it can run a little straighter.
Right.
It doesn't need the height or the forehand. That was a great shot.
Yeah, that little flex forehand he throws, that fit that just perfectly.
Tyler's got a good height on there, just a little wide.
Yep, just that would have worked if it was down the middle.
And if you're left-handed, why not? Just throw the big ante.
Seems like an unusual choice, but sure.
Going up and over. Okay. Let's see if this one can come back. And on the ground, rolling.
It's cut rolling. Now, if that roller had stood up and turned the other way, that would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's a big throw.
Yeah. Cory's got quite a bit of work left after that. Just barely misses that tree.
Kind of navigates a few there, but leaves himself a look.
Tyler with another forehand approach. Looks like maybe with a zone.
Just a little early, but the tree's helpful.
Yeah, a little tree love never hurts. Jacob going with the forehand approach.
Yeah, that's a good upshot.
Yeah. Cory trying to save his par here. Oh,
just a little right. All right, Andrew looking for the birdie.
Yeah,
he does
great birdie.
Tapping in a par.
Yep, that's a good cleanup. Cory trying to clean up his bogey here.
And he does. And Jacob just tapping this one in as well.
I bet there weren't too many people that took that line Jacob threw. That was a little unusual.
No, that was a tough one. 3.26 average.
Even the righties, that it would just be a big high spike hyzer, and I doubt you saw that too much.
No, there just wasn't much of a line there. Plus the wind was swirly too, so it just didn't make sense for most people.
Yeah.
All right, hole 9. This is an interesting one. It's not the longest, par 4. It is uphill. Just under 600 feet, so it plays a lot farther than that.
Yeah, it would take a huge shot to get up to this basket.
And Andrew going up the middle. There's an OB line. Oh, he got a kick. Okay, good. That was flirting with that OB on the right.
Yeah, it looks like it goes all the way up. Does it just join with the fence at the school?
It does. It goes and connects with the fence down there. So, yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's kind of what you want to do, is just get yourself out of the trees.
Right up the middle. And he'll probably,
and that distance helps.
You know, probably 180 out. Navigate a few more trees to get to the basket.
Yeah, kind of a difficult green. You got to decide left side or right side, and then try and position for your approach.
Jacob throwing
just
a
bombing
really
one.
Nice hyzer flip stand-up shot.
And that'll give him a great look at a little hyzer for his second throw.
Yeah, he's on the good side, good angle to come in from that right side. And Cory, he throwing straight up the middle, settle. There's an OB line. Okay, he's in bounds.
And it's actually not too bad being out that far to the left. You can take a sidearm line around the left side of all those trees.
It does, yeah. You'll have options from that side as well. Yep. Andrew throwing forehand.
And just catching a branch.
Yeah, he'll be left with about 100 feet.
Yeah.
Cory trying to go up
he's
the
going
middle.
in the middle.
There's a low line there, and he shows you exactly how to do it. Wow, okay. That's a great shot.
So Tyler's not in a bad spot for that right side gap.
No.
Just got a hyzer around.
And that's exactly how you do it right there.
Yeah. That's what most of us are thinking off of the tee.
Andrew
he's going up the middle there too.
Side arm as well, yep. See if Jacob can have a look here. He got way down there. Oh, he did give it a bid just over the top. Good run. See if he can clean up his.
Oh
no!
All right. See if Andrew can clean up here.
Okay, that's
after hitting that tree. That wasn't too bad. That's
a good
save. Tyler getting his
It's a
birdie.
good birdie.
So Jacob will clean up a par here, and then I think Cory will get to tap out his birdie.
And there it is.
Alright, well, not a horrible way to end the
No,
first 9 of this round.
not too bad. We got Tyler at 2 down. Jacob, he's hanging in there 3 over. And
Yeah, that
Cory
7
and
earlier kind of got him, but he's fighting his way back from it.
Yeah, Cory and Andrew also 1 down, so that's not bad through the first 9.
No, that's a decent showing on our first 9 here, so I hope all of you come and see the conclusion here. We'll be back with it soon.